I'm John Buscemi from Gourmet.
I'm Greg from Gourmet. Like, I think what Gourmet kind of really is like a blend of high-end principles, but like for the everyday guy.
We got inspired by a dish a few years ago. We thought we'd do our little take on it, so we're making lobster parmesan sandwiches today. It's a pretty simple recipe. It's everything that goes into making a Parmesan sandwich if it was chicken, but instead of chicken, it's lobster. We don't do the frozen stuff. No, we have the real lobsters.
Ah, that's like so, it's sad, dude.
Should you mic the lobster before we put them in?
Oh, come on, John. Oh, that's up.
So you put them down for like 8 minutes. We don't want them all the way cooked. You want them cooked like 80%, so then when we fry them and make the cutlet, it's not overdone.
We introduced some of the some newer technologies or newer styles where we're offering a vulcanized sole for the first time. This is the style, the Uno. This is another style or a take on the Uno where we kind of made it a little more season appropriate.
Let me start making the sauce here. So you gotta let the garlic fry down in the olive oil. Let it get nice and brown. And then we're gonna throw the tomatoes in. Here's a secret trick. You gotta blend your sauce. You get the immersion blender. That's it. You put it down in there. Whip those tomatoes. So next we're gonna let the lobsters cool a little bit. I'm gonna dissect the lobsters. We're gonna egg down the lobster and we're gonna put it in the breadcrumbs and we're gonna fry them.
I knew John. I also knew Greg Luch, who's our other partner. We had the same mindset to come up with an American-Italian brand together. At the same time, Greg is telling me this. John's all excited and we're at this after hours and he's saying, oh, I'm gonna come up with this t-shirt brand and it's all about food and I'm gonna call it Gourmet. I was like, yo, that's bananas. We all gotta get together and chop it up. And that's pretty much the genesis on when we got together. Then fast forward, we started doing clothing. As an accessory to the brand, we developed a pair of sneakers that ended up performing pretty well and caught a buzz. And then now we're evolving and being a full-on shoe brand.
Dude, this is a delicacy. Look at this, the head. Watch.
Get on camera. Ah!
Dude, I did a lobster head shot. I shot the juice out of the head of a lobster.
And all of us had different nuances and different, upbringing within the business where I was more hands-on doing, my own brand, which was a small brand. John was working for a major shoe brand, developing things. So he had more of like, the corporate aspect, and Greg the same way had his own shops and was also working with Adidas. So everyone, when they got together, had knowledge of the behind the scenes and of the business and the game to add to make everything kind of complete. So it's really difficult if you don't kind of pay those dues or have those kind of experiences under your belt, for better or worse, to jump into making shoes.
So you take the claw, you pull out the thumb, I like to call it. Bang, crack, boom. That's a beautiful thing, man. You cut it all the way down to the very end.
Lobster looks like chum. The stuff you give in like Jaws, like in Shark, chum. John's making a chum parmesan.
You're a piece of chum. I'm making it flat so it can fry easily.
Who wants
frying
this?
Frying is all about being even. Dude, the only thing you know about frying is the tanning bed. In the egg batter, in the bread.
You need like a hairnet for your knuckles. I'm not a cook, to be honest. John's definitely the chef in the bunch. Individually, all three of us bring something to the table. It's good to have partners because by the time it passes all three of us, I think the end result, there's less, margin for error or whatever, but when we all add and contribute and it passes the hands of all of us, it definitely helps.
You want to get extra virgin olive oil, which we showed before. You want to get it to like, around 300, 350. You just let them cook maybe two minutes on each side, making, products that are inspired by Italian culture. You know, you always hear quality, quality, quality. When it comes to the shoes, all the leathers we use and all the canvases, the liners, the laces, everything we do is top quality and the best of the best materials from around the world. We're gonna wanna put a little olive oil on the bread. We're gonna put the lobster down, a little sauce, some cheese. So we're gonna throw this in the oven, just so the cheese melts. So for 2011, just a little sneak peek, this shoe is made out of 100% organic cotton canvas. The outsole and midsole are all 100% organic rubber. So this shoe is gonna be completely biodegradable. We're really excited about this for 2011.
I think the days of like the Big Five and the Nikes and the Adidas and all of that stuff, I think is something's going on where I think it's kind of changing.
These kids aren't looking at that first, you know, they have other options. We're part of that and we're happy to be part of it. Lobster Parmesan, bon appetit. So good, perfect. All right.